receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. He'll get it inside the 20. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Herbert operating from the red zone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vita Vea able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Out left, he's got it to Everett. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Hopkins with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
They're on 13-yard line.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't have.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 40 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Throwing on first down is Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Brady. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Again, it's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Herbert off of play action. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Again, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, 42 yards. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. From midfield, here's Brady. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Brady now on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before half for Brady. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Brady to throw. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the gut. Fournette. Down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Herbert gets this into the hands of Allen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
To throw again on second down. Brady, incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Brady now on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jalen Darden, 60 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
Buccaneers 13.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Carter. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He'll give this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Herbert back to the air. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
They snap it to Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. And the Bucs are right back in this football game. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field. And this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the running crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Brady going to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely
definitely an effective way to sneak him across the form.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammate,
through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Gerald Everett, 87 yards. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On first down, Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a big 6 on a Charger TD. So a fourth quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a